Yes, I think she's right on point. Marge is right on point. I think the person misspoke. It's not defamation. Let's deconstruct Ruto. Let's demystify him. Let's expose him. But if you say you are defaming him, then that's defamation is a civil. It's not a criminal offense. It's a civil liability issue where somebody can actually sue you. The president cannot sue you for defamation or for libel because, as the one holding the highest public office, he can be criticized with the most unkind words, and he really has no place to go. So use the unkind words, but he can't go to court for that. The second thing I wanted to say is that we have to be careful. Please do not unnecessarily give your address, where you live, where you are, what your profession is, unless it is absolutely necessary, where you went to school, which year you graduated. Because essentially what you're doing, you're giving goons the weapon to come and hunt for you. I'm not saying you run away from them. I'm simply saying we have to avoid recklessness. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ri. Thank you for that. And all members, you've heard that. As much as you're doing it, do it in the right way that the law doesn't catch up with anybody in our midst. Masike, and then Kioti, then Yona. So when you take the mic, I'll give you a sign of 100. So just check the screen so that you don't go asking if we can hear you. When you see 100 from any of the panels, just know that you can hear what you're saying. Carry on, Masika, then Yona to take it up.
Thank you so much for giving me an opportunity on this space. Mine is going to be very, very brief. Number one, I just want to encourage everybody that let us marshal our numbers. Goons have never succeeded in our democracy, and this is just a coward way. This is just a very, very silly way Ruto is trying to deploy so that we are distracted. Number two, if you follow today's Senate proceedings, these guys are just trying to show us that they are trying to redeem themselves. They are just trying to awaken themselves concerning the crisis that we have in the country. They are not, my friends. They are not. They're just trying to soothe people so that when people retreat, thinking that the parliament is now redeeming itself to work for the people, then they will bite us in a very hard way. So let us not buy into their lies. Let us not buy into their propaganda. So we just need to forge forward. We just need to focus. Number three, I was just suggesting if we can meet at Uhuru Park. The moment we collect the required number, then we march out in the streets. Number four, at least if we can have the PA system, so that the youth, the Gen Zs can also have entertainment during that period, it will be better. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Masika. So you can drop from the mic and then Yona to take it so that you can add other speakers. It's 3 minutes each so that everyone can get a chance to speak. And also, Dr. is waiting for your questions. Anything that you want to be addressed in terms of where you're not understanding, but there was a clause that we covered extensively. That is that was the first day we were here. So if you ask any question in relation to that, we'll share it on the comment section. But any other question, you're allowed to ask. Carry on, Yona, then we'll go to Kioti. Yona? Yona is far. Kioti, take it.
Okay, thank you so much, the host and the co-host, and also Daktari for joining us this evening on this space. Personally, I'm in the age group of the Gen Z because currently I'm 23, turning 24 next month. And so I'm so proud that this revolution has come a time when I'm in my mid-20s. So I'm one of those guys who are really passionate about what is going on as far as redemption of our country is concerned. And of course, I've been on the streets every now and then, and also I've been online. So I'm trying to fight both on the street and both on online. And of course, whatever happened yesterday, as I said, it was uncalled for, because the police officers who are supposed to give security to the peaceful protesters were firing the tear gas and the round wounds to the protesters, while the goons who are now trying to break into other businesses, they were being watched. So that one is clear that the state or the government was behind whatever happened yesterday and whatever happened in previous demonstrations as far as goonship and breaking into people's businesses is concerned. And now my point is, from now henceforth, at times we'll be on the streets and at times we'll not be on the streets. So my fellow Gen Zs and millennial and any other person who is interested in taking part to the redemption of this country, never get tired. Because when we speak something on social media and we are giving it 100% backup, that one is strong enough to send a message to those people who are in the government that are doing absolutely nothing. So let us use every available means, online and on the ground. When we go on the ground, let us even shut our social medias down so that we are now on the ground, we are giving it 100%. Then the people who are in abroad and the likes of Marge, and you can now help us on social media. Of course, we can even structure our revolution. I don't mean that we have the leaders, but we can have some people who can volunteer themselves so that they can be streaming live each and everything that is happening on the ground. They share photos, they share pictures, they share the videos and the clips. And then after that, when we are done, we come back and analyze what did we do right and what did we do wrong, so that the next day we maximize on the negative side that we have portrayed on the street. Then I've also heard that currently when you say Ruto must go is an incitement, but is not an incitement. For this country to grow and be a first world country, then Ruto must go. For the judiciary of this country to work independently, Ruto must go. For us youth to get employed in the government and outside the country, outside the government, then Ruto must go. For us to get good public means on the roads, it's honestly that Ruto and the entire regime, they must go. Because we've given them time. It's now almost 2.5 years that they have been in the government, and they have done absolutely nothing. Even the projects that they are running currently, like the housing project, that project doesn't belong to Ruto. It belongs to the previous regime, which was being headed by Uhuru Kenyatta. So everything in the country is at a mess because we are having this guy as the head of state. Yet he has had so many cases. I remember back when he was the agriculture minister, everything was so worse because I was young by that time, but we went through that process. We know what everything happened, and now he's the president. Look at his cabinet. Every person is just offside. They don't know what they are doing. They don't know anything that they are supposed to do. Look at the parliament. The parliament is being run by the executive. There is nothing that we have an independent government, executive, judiciary. We don't have an independent legislature. We also don't have an independent the police force. So for this country to thrive and for us to move from the third world country to the first world country, then Ruto must go. Thank you.